Hi guys. Oh, why is Darius not here? Hang on, Darius is not in this stream. In my picture. That's really annoying. Wow. There we go.
I wait for nothing.
Yeah. We'll adjust the camera. Do that. Boom.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. There we go.
Hi guys. Welcome to Meeple Circus. Sorry about the mishap. How did I miss that one scene? That's crazy.
Look, if you don't want the face on your streams, just let me know. You can just tell me
what it is. So yes, we are here with our top 10 gateway games. I think you've done yours different to mine. I'm looking at that screen because that's where I can see Darius. I think Darius has done his slightly different to mine than I've done mine. I've done my gateway games are like games for what brought me into the hobby, what sort of I think's suitable for non-gamers. That's kind of what I've done. I think Darius has done more.
I've gone for more gateway games, as in to get you to the heavier stuff, if that makes sense. So getting you into the hobby, but then potentially moving onto the other stuff. Not like a drug or anything, Yeah. But that's the way I looked at it. I thought, well, I play all these heavy games. What got me to that point was playing some of these. Yeah. So that's the way I look.
Yeah. So we will start. We will start with my number 10.
Brilliant. Let's get going. Yeah.
My number 10 is Rhino Hero. Super Battle.
That nearly went on my list.
Got to be Super Battle.
Super Battle, yeah.
Yeah. So this game for me is it's just a perfect game. I mean, me and my wife, we play this. We just see how tall we can stack it. It's just. I don't think we even play the rules. We just sit there. I mean, even with my 3-year-old daughter, we just stack it and just mess around.
Build a tower. Do you find halfway through the game you just want to turn it into a co-op game and just make the tower as tall as you possibly can?
Yeah.
And there's actually a game to this. I didn't realise.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of them games. It is just such a good game. It's just. I mean, I actually suggested this to a friend recently to buy this for their kids. They were like, "Oh, we want to get a game," and they said a couple of games, and I was like, "No, you want to get Rhino Hero. That's definitely the one.
That's the starting point.
Start game, yeah." That is
wasn't quite on my list, but that's a very good one to start with.
Yeah,
definitely.
So on to Darius's number 10.
So I've gone with Quacks of Quedlinburg, which is a bag building game. So it's got a similar deck building element, but they've taken away the cards and they've put tokens and you put them in a bag. I find that this is a really good gateway game because there's nothing better than everybody going at the same time, pulling out the tokens out of the bag. There's something that I don't know what it does to, especially for children, but I think for adults as well. That whole push your luck element. And just put my hand in the bag. Let's find out what we got. Oh, yay, that's great. It has that. Yeah, it has a really good feel to it. In Quacks of Quedlinburg, you're essentially buying these tokens, which all have individual powers as they go into your brewing pot. And the further in your brewing pot you can get, the more points you get. But unfortunately, there's some ingredients that are going in your pot that are going to make you explode. So it's got a really nice theme to it as well. Artwork is beautiful. The components are great. I love the fact that your player board is actually a big cauldron. That looks really cool. So kids are automatically attached to that game, as it were. But really enjoy that one. And I think it's a gateway because people can pick it up easy.
Yeah,
it's not taxing for rules and such.
That was just off my list. That one was.
And it's.
Carry on.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's actually family ranking 7 on Board Game Geek, which is quite high. really.
I didn't actually say any of my stuff. That I've got all the info written there about Rhino Hero, and I didn't say any of it. Next time.
Oh yeah, what rank's yours? What rank's
so that
yours?
was 151 family, 720 normal.
It was that high on the family?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, sure.
Oh, well, that is appalling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, that's Quacks of Quedlinburg for me.
Now on to my number 9. This is Qwirkle. This is...
Oh, yeah.
This is... I've only recently got this, and I am in love with this game. It is just fun. It's technically kind of Sudoku, but board game.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Amy, when we were me and Amy were playing, she was like, "This is technically Sudoku kind of game."
So you can't have the same patterns in the same common row.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I understand what you mean now.
It is such a fun game.
That's why my brain hurts when I play it.
You're just trying to connect up, so you've got to either connect the same pattern or same shape in different colours, or the same colours in different patterns in a row, and you can't have the same, if they're connected you can't have the same ones on the same row, and it turns out, and then when you get a row you get the joys of going Qwirkle. I mean, who doesn't want to say Qwirkle?
You get double points as well, don't you? And yeah.
It's such a fun game. This is, I'm going to have to check my thing, this was a 6.8 on BGG. It's rank 769. It's so low.
Okay.
And family is 225. It's
I could kind of see that one. Yeah, more so than Rhino.
But for me, that is this sort of game is. I know I could get non-gamers into this. I know that this is a very much. If people like Sudoku, you could probably go kind of Sudoku-like. And then they would understand.
However, that could put people off. That could, it's much better than Sudoku.
Yeah.
It's all wooden pieces as well, isn't it?
It's tactile,
so
it's
take it
lovely.
outside.
The only annoying thing, one of our bits has got this chip out of it, and it's so annoying. It's just
no.
It's just so frustrating. But I won't ask for a new one because
I had a little bit of information from a non-gamer, somebody that picks up from my daughter's school. And she said to me, "Oh, how's the games thing going? This is when Uncom was on its way." I said, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she said, "Oh, the only kind of game that is a bit different that I play is Qwirkle." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I know Qwirkle." And she said, "Do you know they have tournaments of that out in France?"
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big game.
What a random game to have tournaments for, though.
But I can imagine the tournaments being quite intense for that. It's
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, that is my number 9. So on to Darius's number 9. We need someone to say number 9 for us.
Number 9. Well, like the Dice Tower?
Yeah.
Nah, we could do it ourselves.
So you could already see Darius's. Yeah. I clicked it a bit before.
Ticket to Ride somewhere. Which way is it? This way or this way?
It's above your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ticket to Ride. No, I actually put the series, but you've put the
I've put
American.
The base. Just because Ticket to Ride.
So, I mean, most Ticket to Ride games are kind of the same. The only ones that are different are New York and London, and then maybe Rails and Sails. But the other ones are just kind of the same with a couple of little different rules. Ticket to Ride is a very, very well known. I'm sorry. Maybe I got this wrong, but it says family ranking 7, but so was Quacks of Quedlinburg. So might have to check that after the video. Anyway, Ticket to Ride is a train game which isn't everyone's cup of tea, but there's something about collecting your train tickets in a certain colour, throwing them down, and making train routes. Now, the only difference in the games really is the map, isn't it? So you'll either be in America, Europe, Germany, whatever it may be. I've got a couple just here that you can probably see. The game's pretty much the same. But anyway, it's a gateway game because it's just so easy to play. You do 3 things on your turn, and even one of them you don't do that much. So it's either take tickets or spend tickets. And then if you've done your destinations, you might then take new routes. That's pretty much it. It's so easy to play.
I say this should be in every household. If anyone owns Monopoly, they should own this instead. Because this is...
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's It's easy to pick up. It's fun. It's and it's got the screw you element like Monopoly as well. Because everyone always, whenever I play, this is the only game I rage at. This is literally, I can get so angry playing this game where I'm like, I'm going to do this route, and then someone blocks the only way there, or I have to go right round, and it's just like...
That's annoying when that happens.
It always happens. Always happens.
This was the first modern game that was introduced to my school that I work at. We had Ticket to Ride Europe. Now, it was ordered because it was Europe, and at that time, Europe was on the scheme of work. So they had Ticket to Ride Europe, and I just noticed it on the shelf and was like, wow, how long has this been here? They said, we ordered it, but none of the kids are interested because we don't know how to play it. So I sat down with a few of the kids, played it, and quite regularly, myself and Ricky from Uncon, we would play that with the kids at school on lunchtimes, and they found it really, really addictive. The kids are, they're all SEN needs, so their education needs aren't all there as such, but... they picked up Ticket to Ride, so that's positive. That's a really positive thing, and it had a really positive impact on their behaviour in general, playing that game. So oh, that went a bit deep, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's a good game. It's
it's a very good game.
So on to my number. Oh, what actually? You said ratings, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, I said it was Family 7, but I've got Quacks as Family 7 as well, so I might have to check that, but hey ho. Ticket to Ride, it's high up somewhere. On to you.
On to my number 8. My number 8 is Patchwork.
Oh yeah, okay.
This game.
Your
Jade taught me this at Oncon. Or was it you? No, it was Jade.
It was Jade. Yeah, it was definitely Jade.
And I think me and Amy went out and bought this instantly, and I just love this game. It's 2-player. It's your tile layered and sort of Tetris-y style. It's just so fun. It is just probably for me one of the greatest games. So you're going around collecting your pieces, you're moving a piece around, and you're just trying to fill up your quilt. It's got. I mean, a lot of people. The pictures I'm showing now, there's someone's added dice buttons as the money because that's what a lot of people. I've actually upgraded my copy to that.
Yeah,
but
you've got
on
lovely
top of that,
I
have my copy.
You got to show it.
It's on camera. So this is this copy is actually my mother made this for me. My mother.
Can you show us the boards? Because I saw them and they're incredible.
It's all got your buttons all like tied together, and pieces are thimbles. We actually have thimbles as pieces, real leather patches for the leather patches, all the actual pieces. I'm throwing stuff. Material with buttons sewed on, and the quilts are quilts.
Wow. That's the one. That's what I remember seeing at Uncon.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All handmade. It's probably I love it that much. I've got my own custom version of the game. We've still got the design by Uwe on it because it's his game.
Oh, yeah. So
that was the one thing I said to my mum. I was like, you put your thing in the bottom, her seamstress symbol in the bottom, but she's got to put the who made it because it is his game.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, fair play.
But yeah,
nice stuff. Very talented. Yeah,
it's such a good game. So that is 7.7 BGG rating. Its rank is 77, and the family rating is 8. So
just under Quacks.
Yes, so a very good game. So on to Darius's number 8.
Before you do my number 8, I've just updated. Ticket to Ride is 27, not 7. I must have rubbed off the 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, my number 8 is Potion Explosion.
Yeah.
Is there? So this was. I'll talk about the game first, and then I've got an interesting story. I've got lots of interesting stories for these gateway games. Anyway, so this is a potion making game where you've got your cardboard vials on the in front of you, and you're trying to collect marbles as you go. You're almost doing a Bejeweled combo type thing going on. So you remove a ball, then if 2 balls of the same colour hit, you get those, and then if it makes another 2 hit, then you get, and so on. So you're trying to combo, and you can do special abilities with your potions. It's so easy to pick up. It was one of our first. Oh, you've not played it? Okay. It was one of our very first games we bought. Our copy is so well played. The cardboard holder that holds all the marbles is, pretty much broken. There's a new version just come out with the plastic run. So obviously you probably could see the pictures on the screen. Maybe there's where the balls run down this holder, and you select those balls. So the interesting story with this, again, it ties in with the whole gateway thing. I had 2 families that were at Uncon at one time. Basically, Level Up Gaming had their stall. They had lots and lots of games, and I said, right, I've got an idea. Why don't we take off all the games? Why don't we take off all the games that we have in our library, and then put Uncon recommends? So I got Potion Explosion. They had a couple of copies out the back, but we put Potion Explosion down, and I had one family ask me about it while I was putting them up, and I told them about the game. They really liked the sound of it. I gave them a quick playthrough. Yes, I want to buy that. And then while they were listening to me, there was a family behind that were also kind of eavesdropping on what I was saying. And they went, can we get a copy of that as well, please? So instantly, 2 families bought that game just from my demo. I was quite proud of that. And I thought, hang on a minute, where's my commission?
It's one of them games that I keep thinking to myself, I will buy one day. And I'm waiting for my daughter to get that little bit older, just because at the moment she's only 3. I just think things will get lost.
This Potion Explosion is, I think it would be right down your street, to be honest.
Yeah. I keep looking at it. I'm thinking about getting the app just so I can play it. But
the app's really good, actually. Yeah, I'll give them props to that. There's not many board games I like the app of, but Potion Explosion is pretty top notch, actually.
Cottage Garden.
There you go.
Cottage Garden is amazing.
Oh, you got that as well, yeah. I've got, so it's a 7.2 rating. It's ranked at 435, which I think is quite low, actually. Yeah. And family is 92. I think it needs a bit more love than that, but hey ho. But yeah, that's Potion Explosion.
So, on to my number 7. My number 7 is Meeple Circus. I don't like that game. Really. But yeah, it's such a good game. I think at Oncon I was teaching a family this. There was a family who came over. They wanted to play a game, and I sat there and taught them it. It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
It's just stacking. It's enough dexterity. I love my dexterities, as you probably can tell by every list I've done so far. There's at least been one dexterity game.
Yeah, I was going to say there has been a few. Yeah,
I love dexterity. I love the tactile games. I've got so many. I want to add more. I love them.
I think what Meeple Circus does, I almost said Meeple's People Circus then.
Yeah.
I think what that does different to other stacking games is it's not just stacking, it's drafting as well.
And
so for actually drafting the pieces that you want.
For me, it's the app. It's the app that you have to, the final round, you all have to do something silly. You're literally... Amy always gets the one where she can't use her thumbs. That seems to be always the card she's stuck with, and she's got to try and stack them with her finger. It's just, there's always that final round, you're in hysterics because literally everyone's doing stupid stuff. If you don't want to be stupid, you've got to. It's one of them. You have to just deal with embarrassment.
Is one of the final cards something like you have to talk about their personal lives?
Yeah, I love that one.
As the performers enter, so you're like, well, this is Davina, and we don't want to talk about what she does at the weekend.
If I see that one, that's the card I go for, because I just love, just discussing the pieces.
I always put twins.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a wicked game. Yeah, really enjoyed that. I actually, I did sell that actually because it. I know we just didn't play it as much, but I kind of regret it now. I might have to try and source that back. I don't even know who I sold it to.
I want the expansion for that. I keep looking, and I'm like, I will get the expansion.
Is there an expansion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Because the box, that's the thing, the box has got all the space for the expansions they've got planned, but there's only ever been one. But hopefully they will. But yeah, I love this game. It's just fun. I mean, obviously everyone knows how much I love the game because my name of my channel.
Circus.
Yeah.
Although, didn't you name it first before that game came out, or was it the other way around?
No. That came out. That was the thinking of the part of the if you look at you can't see it, but I don't know if you can see the main meeple on the box is me in my logo. It's the same.
Oh, copyright!
That's got my face on it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's the same sort of style. It's a ringleader. You can't copyright a ringleader.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
So on to Darius's number 7.
So this is Sagrada, possibly one of the most popular games at the club. It's 6 players. Hang on. Oh wait, no, it's the base. Sorry,
the base.
4 players. If you've got the expansion, goes up to 6. Yeah, my fault. This is a dice drafting game where you're trying to build a stained glass window. Ignore the theme, but it's essentially a dice puzzle that you've got on your sheet. You can choose the difficulty, which I quite like, so you can have level 3 all the way up to level 6. Don't know why it starts at level 3, but hey ho. But yeah, it's just a very simple dice draft. Lots of ways to get points. You get points for having a certain colour. You'll get points for putting the dice in a certain order, plus actually completing the puzzle itself. There's special abilities that you can do throughout the game. But I find that, a lot of people that come to the club, most of them have played it, and a lot of them actually choose to play it time and time again. And ever since I've had the 6-player expansion, it definitely gets more play with those groups, especially if you've got a group of 5 that turns up. Oh no, what are we all going to play? Bit of Sagrada. That's Gateway. It's not. It's hard to get points, but it's not hard to learn the game.
Yeah, I was questioning to put this on my list, but I don't know. I like it, but I'm not massively keen on it.
Okay.
I own this because I used to make stained glass windows in my first job. So.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah,
right, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the.
You've actually got it for theme then.
Yeah, I've got it for the theme because I've made stained glass windows. It's the best job ever.
But that's Sagrada. It's a 7.5, 147 on the ranking, and family rating is 19, so it's quite high.
I actually never said the rating for Meeple Circus.
Oh yes.
So the rank was 776.
Yeah.
And the family rating 177. Sorry. And
it's really low as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think family games don't. I think dexterity games don't get classed as good family games, but for me, they are.
Well, I'm questioning the Board Game Geek family rating because have you seen what's family number 1?
Yeah.
I would not put that as family number 1.
That's not a family game.
It's Wingspan.
Yeah.
Why is Wingspan?
Wingspan's not family. No one.
No, not. I've played it with Jess, but she doesn't fully get it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
That's maybe this rating system's all.
But, but everyone knows BGG, so we've got to say it.
True. So, that's my number 7.
Yeah. On to my number 6, and this is Castle Panic. So.
Okay.
I love this game. They've actually, I don't know if it's finished now, but on Kickstarter they had a recently it was the full, you could get everything with all the pieces were minis, and the castle was a proper castle that came apart. Everything was piece. I looked at it and it's like $100, and I was like, I can't afford that. I would have loved it. I would have loved it. This is probably my favourite family game. One of my favourite family games. This is the game that I cannot wait to play with Erin when she's that little bit older, because it is a co-op game. Because you all you do is you have cards. You effectively have to just defend your tower. It's very simple. You're all working together. It's a nice, fun game. You just got to defend your castle from getting destroyed. That is the game. And
it's near impossible, but
yeah. Me and Amy have won it a few times. We lose mostly, but then I want to get the expansions. I want to try it, but again, I want to wait till Erin's a little bit older, and some of the expansions now are so hard to get hold of.
They have now got the Castle Panic big box.
Okay.
So which has got everything in it.
I kind of want the Star Trek Panic. That's what I keep looking at.
Oh it's the prize,
Because I'm a Trekkie. I want just because it's Star Trek. You know, I keep looking at Star Trek Catan. I hate Catan. It's probably one of my. It's probably my second most hated game.
Yeah.
And
I'm with you.
And I just want the Star Trek one because it's Star Trek.
Have you seen? There's also Dead Panic.
Oh no! Oh, I've heard of it, but I've not really looked it up.
The zombie version.
Okay.
The only difference with that one is you have individual survivors in the middle.
Okay.
As opposed to just there's your castle, everyone protect it.
Yeah.
You've got your individual pieces that in a shelter basically.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I used to own it, but I sold it. I haven't played it. Castle Panic I have. I sold that too.
Yeah.
But it's good. It is a good game. Just didn't play it.
So I'll do the ranking. So on the rank is 975 on BGG, and the family is 293. So I think it's my worst ranked game. So,
I mean, for me, it's not all that, but I don't understand why that's so high. But I guess there's other better games out there.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing. It's just for me, I will never get rid of this. So on to Darius's number 6.
This is Century Spice Road, which has got lots of iterations now. There's a Golem edition, and then there's those. In fact, you can see it in my picture here.
No, you can't. It's slightly cut off. I've cut that part of the screen off.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, on my screen
it's there.
So Century Spice Road is a spice trading game. Again, it's one of these ones with no theme whatsoever. You do multiple things on your whole game. You spend about a third of the game collecting those cards that you get in your hand. You spend another third of the game playing them to get the spices you need, and then you use those spices, which are just coloured cubes, to then throw and buy these markets or whatever you're buying. I don't even know what they are, to be honest. Really simple, but that abstract feeling of, right, what am I going to do? Am I going to play this now? And you can combo your cards, so you can trade a green for 5 yellow, and then you can trade 5 yellow to turn it into loads of green back. And it's just, comboing your cards and trying to beat your opponent just on points. Not much to it, but again, it's one of those ones that's very popular at the club. A lot of people that come in and go, I don't really know games, they tend to play Spice Road. It's so accessible. The only downside to this game, I don't know, have you played it, Jay?
We've got it. We actually own it now. It was one of them ones that I wasn't going to buy, but then Amy actually really enjoyed it, so we got it.
But do you find that... So I call it the silent game.
Yes.
Because when you play it, you just don't talk.
Yeah.
Like, you just... Right, there you go. Yep, there you go. And it is good, but... You don't talk to people throughout the game. So I call it the silent game. I like it with 2 or 3 people. I'm not a fan of it with 5 people because of that whole, it takes ages to get around to my turn and nobody's talking, because you're that into your hand of cards that you just forget everybody else.
Yeah.
I think the only time you have any interaction of go, I wanted to buy that card.
Yeah.
that's
took my card.
But very, very easy to pick up, very easy to learn. The Eastern Wonders and the New World, which was the worker placement one and the tile laying one, they overcomplicate it. If I'm honest, we don't play those as much because they've taken Spice Road and then just gone, let's make this complex.
Can't you mix them all together?
You can, yeah. I haven't actually played with all 3. I've played with Spice Road mixed with Eastern Wonders, and that's a far better game than both of them put together.
Okay.
But but I just find that the other ones and then mixed with Spice Road make it too complex. If you want a good gateway, want your family involved, you're new to the hobby, you just want Spice Road. You don't really want the other two, if I'm honest. But but yeah, there you go. That is my number 6. It is a 7.4 rated, 237 on the rank, and family ranking is 41.
Nice.
Yeah, mine are quite high so far, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're all, mine are.
They're all within 100. So yeah.
The next one, my number 5. I was shocked that I never saw it on Darius's list. As soon as Darius sees it, he'll be like, "Oh." So this is Takenoko.
Oh my word! Yeah, why didn't I put that?
Yeah, I knew there.
Actually, no, I do have a reason. I'll let you talk about the game. I do have a reason.
So
actually,
this is probably one of the most beautiful games. I mean, the photos you can get from this game. The panda's like the sweetest panda, and I mean, you can see the pictures coming up.
Yeah.
It is. The panda, you've got to try and eat the bamboo, the gardener grows it, and it's just such a good game. Darius has got the mat that I'm going to steal one day. He's not, you can't see it, hang on, I will go on to, yes, so Darius has the mat. And I want that. If anyone's got that mat and wants to sell it, me. I think that's nearly as big as the my Mega City Oceania mat.
And the good thing is while you're playing Takenoko, you can wear it as a cape.
Yeah.
So.
And you've got a cute panda on your shoulder. I mean, look at that. Who doesn't want a cute panda on their shoulder?
All right. And the logo.
It's just such a fun game. So this is rank. So it's a 7.3. It's rank 258, and the family rating is 49. So.
9. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's. I can imagine kids seeing this and being like, I know my daughter wants to play with this game just for the pieces, but she's too young and I don't want her to break them. Because we got the chibis, so we've got the female panda as well.
Yeah, which I love that model.
Yeah.
So this is why it's not on my list, and it's also why I wouldn't teach it to people who have not played a game before. There's too many rules.
Okay.
There's too many little rules and little conditions. You can't teach this, then leave a group to play it. I've tried this at the club.
Okay.
There's too much of that grows, but also that grows if that's adjacent to that, and you can't put that tile on there. You know the little bonuses. You can't put them on anywhere there has been irrigation, and you can't put a tile next to one tile. You have to put it next to two. There's just too many little rules in that game to make it gateway, in my opinion.
Okay.
Every time I've taught it, I've had to sit with a group for the entire game.
Yeah, see, I've never taught this, but this was one of our first games. So this was one of our early games. So for us, it brought us into the hobby.
Fair enough. I also have another little story. I don't know if we have time for little stories.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was at HandyCon a few years ago, and I think Jade and Jess had gone to bed at this point, and there were 3 blokes that were looking for a game. One of them said, I'm really up for playing Takenoko. I said, yeah, I'd be up for a game of that. So 4 of us sat down and played Takenoko. Not one of us was playing it properly.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, we were getting little rules wrong.
Yeah.
And when we come back to it, went, you're playing that. No, you don't do that. And then we go, looking at the rule book. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what that means. Just too many times things come up, and we didn't argue at the table, but there was just so much looking online for, is this what happens when this happens? But yeah, none of us were playing this game properly. Okay. But now I've completely reviewed the game. In fact, one big thing that we did miss is, the action tokens. I don't know if you can see me on the camera, but these.
Yeah.
One big thing we were missing is you're actually meant to put the tokens down, then take the actions.
Yeah.
Because one of the guys was going, well, what's the point in these tokens? Well, you have to plan them first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was what was missing. But anyway, it's a great game. It really is a good game, but it's There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
A lot more to it than meets the eye. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
yes, we're on to Darius's number 5.
number 5. This is King Domino, which has a very familiar feel. What are you shaking your head for?
I don't know this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go. That's what's wonderful about this hobby.
Yeah.
It has a very familiar recognition of the dominoes. It's, if anyone's played dominoes, but just replace the numbers for types of land, and you're trying to build up a square instead of just lines. You're meant to build up a square, and you're trying to get same colour with same colour, and then get as many crowns in that area to multiply and get a big score. But the reason why this is a gateway game, because you can teach it to young kids. It's fun for families as well. There's a wonderful player order. I don't know if you've noticed in Swatch by Scott. He's taken the King Domino player order.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed that. So depending on how far on the track you go, depends on if you go first, second, third.
I'll be totally honest. I've only ever played 2/3 of a game of this, and we gave up and put it away.
Did you play it 2-player?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Well, it only takes two.
We
It's
played
a
it
10-minute
on con. I think we were trying to get help with it, and you were really busy, and we got a third all the way through it, and we were like, you know what?
So maybe you need to play a proper
We
game
were
with
like,
it
we
then.
can't be bothered with it, and we just put it away. We were like, yeah, whatever. We'll find a game that we know how to play, or we want to play more than this.
Okay, fair enough. Well, apologies if I was not available at that time.
No, you
But
were busy. I think it was our first on-con. I think it was our first one.
honestly, the game takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It really is not a long game. But it's just because it has the familiar aspects to dominoes, which everyone is probably familiar with. I mean, any child, I think, has played dominoes at some point. So, yeah, it's just a land building, tile placing, kind of, well, not drafting, really. Not really at all. But, no, lovely little game. I'm sure there's pictures that you can see.
There's been pictures. I will show them back again.
It's another one that I've taken to the school to play when I did the games club at the school. Before the COVID stuff, King Domino was regularly in the bag, so good for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it is a 7.4, ranked 208, and family is 35.
Nice. So,
I've just noticed it behind me.
before we move on to number 4, I will say
Yes.
this is a joint number 4.
Okay.
This is we're just gonna talk about it for double the amount of time now. So number
Double the
4,
amount of time, yeah.
Darius and mine number 4.
Can we just note that we wrote these at different times?
Yeah.
We did not confer. Jay only knows my list because I have to send it to him for pictures. I don't know Jay's list whatsoever.
I don't tell him anymore.
It's weird that we've got a crossover, and it's even weirder that it's in the same spot.
Yeah. So this is Carcassonne. You guys can see it. I'm trying to point to the right way.
Our number 4.
Yeah, and this game is obviously it's the perfect number 4.
It's all your number 4.
I think this is probably. I mean, this was what I love about this game. This was the birth of the meeple. This game created the meeple. This game, if it wasn't for Carcassonne, we wouldn't have meeples. And meeples are the
or
greatest.
people or circus.
Yeah. It's just such a fun game. I will run through some of the pictures so you can see people have millions of versions of it and they put it together. I think you've done it before. I think I've seen a massive game player. You've done it. I mean, there's a picture that people can see. It's giant. It's like a whole massive table fill. But it's just the perfect... It is the perfect game for me. I'm going to go straight down onto this. So yeah, it's just it's a worker placement effect. It's tile placement worker sort of tile placement, but you're placing your workers on certain locations to get. It's such a simple game, but it's so good. I mean, this is what year 2000 this was made. This is one of the originals, and it's still going strong, and it's still. I mean,
all the add-ons that they keep adding and the variations as well. You could actually probably can see I've got Carcassonne South Sea, Carcassonne Star Wars, Carcassonne Safari. There's loads of variations.
He sold the really rare version as well that I can't believe. Your wood box one.
Carcassonne City, the wooden box one. Yeah, £600. I didn't sell it for £600, but that's how much it generally got worth or was worth. So
crazy.
But
yeah, I saw some more pictures.
I regret selling that too.
Yeah. So it is just such a great game. I mean, you must have a story about this. You've got stories about everything.
Apparently, stories about everything. Apart from the fact that I do own, apart from those three, I have got base game. I got the big box, which has base game and 11 expansions. Plus, I've got 4 expansions on top of that. So I've actually got base game and 15 expansions in total.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I did play with all of the expansions at one point. I haven't since. It was about 2-3 years ago. My buddy came over from America. We started it at 11 o'clock at night. No idea why we bothered. And it took us till 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I've got a 6 foot by 3 foot table, and we couldn't fit all of it on. We were purposely going lengthwise up the table rather than width so that we could fit it on the table, but it took so long. Put me off, to be honest. However, one of my buddies wasn't really a gamer, so it was taking him a lot longer. I think if you played with all the expansions with gamers, I think it would be about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Rather than the 6, and we were incredibly tired. But it was great to get everything.
Yeah,
so, have you played with any expansions, Jay?
No, I've only played base game. Or, obviously with River. Because I keep looking at buying them, and unfortunately there's so many other expansions for games I want more.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Carcassonne. Love it. But I keep going, should I get that expansion? And then I go, oh yeah, but I want that instead. And it's one of them, I want the pieces, but I want to get the big box. Kind of.
I'd say I'd lent it to you, but I've actually lent it to my aunt.
That's fine.
So it is 160 miles away from me right now. But cool. She really wanted to try Carcassonne, and it was the only copy I had. Me and Jade hadn't played it for ages, so I said, you know what, borrow it until we're next up.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask what was your favourite expansion, but that doesn't really help.
I hear the dragon one's good. Is it the Princess and Dragon?
How weird's that? I was just about to say, but if you were to ask me, the Princess and Dragon.
Yeah.
I love the fact that when you get the dragon tile come up, so if you get a volcano, the dragon appears. If the volcano then moves, the dragon moves over there. But if you get the dragon symbol come up, every player, well, starting with the first player and going round, the dragon has 6 moves. So if you're playing with 2 players, you get 3 moves each of the dragon. But I just love the fact that, it's going that way. Oh, no, it's going this way. Oh, yeah. And then it eats anything that it comes into path with.
Yeah.
Which I really like. It's good fun. And I think other than that, it's actually the circus one is my second favourite.
Okay.
The circus expansion is amazing. So you have a ring top that will appear in the town. I
think that's in one of the pictures. I'm trying to think. Is that?
It?
Oh no!
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll have a ring top appear. It will have an animal act underneath, but you don't know what it is until the circus moves again.
Okay.
So everybody wants to crowd round. You want to try and get as many meeples around the circus as possible, because when the circus moves on, you're then going to get points. I mean, it's very luck based, I must admit.
Yeah.
But however many meeples you've got around, diagonal and adjacent, and on, you're going to get. Say if it was a tiger, I think that's something like 7 points. It'll be 7 times every meeple you've got nearby.
Nice.
So you could score some big points.
Yeah.
Oh, also to note as well, going back to the story of the 6-hour session we had with everything, our final scores were in the 600s.
Wow. Wow.
There was not enough plus 50 and plus 100 tiles to go around. But
wow. So the rank of this is 7.4 BGG. The rating. The rank is 172.
I've got 171 on here.
Have you?
Yeah, how weird. Anyway,
I did mine last week, so has it changed?
Maybe it jumped to space. Yeah.
And family. Do you want to say the family?
Well, what have you got on?
32.
Oh yeah, mine says 32 as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the number 4 that worked out perfect for both of us.
Yeah.
So yeah. So on to my number. Because we've just done a natter about the both of them. So on to my number 3, and this is Concept. So Darius did say this isn't. We were having a discussion before about this one.
You said it was on your list a minute ago before the stream.
Yeah. And I must admit I've only played this on Tabletop Simulator. I've not actually played the proper game of this, but I can see this being a game that, say, because my family are non-gamers, I think I've mentioned it millions of times, I can imagine non-gamers playing this happily. It's one of them games where it's just fun, like Christmas family do's. You could just imagine lots of people playing this and just silly, fun game. It's one of them. Yeah. It's
I must admit, I don't own that many party games, but as you can see, it is actually in my collection.
So yeah, I don't think this is actually this isn't classed as a family game on BGG. It's a party game.
What? I guess so. It's kind of both, isn't it? But,
yeah. So yeah,
there's grey area on family.
Yeah, you kind of have to try and explain something without words and trying to move
with pictures.
Yeah, and it's just so fun. I mean, playing this on, I think there might actually be a stream on YouTube where we were playing this, and it's so fun. I actually want to do just a video soon of a group of us playing this and just do a whole concept BGG tabletop simulator of this, because it's just such a fun game, especially when you're sitting there, you're trying to give people clues, and it's like. And everyone's going, and they're saying stuff, and they get close to what you're saying, then they move away, and you're like, no, you're sitting there moving your piece back and forth, going, no, and what was it, Postbox? I think I had that. I think got said really easy, but everyone's like, oh yeah, you said that wrong, and it was like, yeah, but the way I explained it, someone guessed it. So it wasn't wrong.
That's the main. The thing I find with this game is when people play it, if they're the clue giver, they don't always understand how the different colours. So the green question mark is what the subject is, and then the other exclamation marks in the different colours are meant to be spin-offs of that thing. Yeah. But people just use the question mark, then they put an exclamation mark there, and it's like, no, you're meant to use the cubes. No, I find it hard to get people to use those. I must admit, but hey ho. Yeah. But other than that, no, it's very fun. I must admit, I like doing the clue giving bit. It's very.
I do. I really enjoy that. So this is 6.8 on BGG. The rank is 704, and party, because it's not family, is 52.
Okay.
So it's high up in the party.
I'm gonna have to look at the party list. Did you see what number 1 is on party list?
No, I didn't actually look because I only was looking on. I was actually messing around yesterday, and I thought, I wonder what the top 100 family games are, and I saw the number 1 and I was like, no.
No, not at all.
but yeah, that is Concept. Brilliant game. On to Darius's number 3.
So this one is Splendor, which recently you've played.
Yes, recently I played and enjoyed it so much. on Tabletop Simulator as well.
Oh yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another abstract game. It's essentially collecting gems to buy more gems. You're using gem tokens to buy gem cards, and the gem cards are permanent. There's no theme whatsoever. There's some lovely artwork of pretty gems, but hey ho. But yeah, in Splendor, you're essentially doing, again, not very many actions. It's got that Spice Road feel to it. You're either buying a card, you're taking chips. It's actually a bit like Ticket to Ride as well, isn't it? Don't you think? You're either taking chips or you're spending the chips to buy.
Yeah.
Really easy concept. Trying to get the most points, or you're trying to get to 15 points, and then. But the reason why this is quite high up on my gateway games is because at Uncon 1, as in the one that we did at Westgate Pavilion, I did Splendor as a tournament, and that day we had 74 people play it.
Wow.
Which was incredible. And everybody that won a game of it, so you went in groups of 4, everybody that won a game would have a prize entry of, it was the Splendor game, I think there was a couple of other bits that we did as a prize giveaway, but it was all based around the Splendor tournament. Everybody that played it just got it. It wasn't a long explanation. I think it was a combination of Jess Mills and Lauren Hollands. I think they sat and taught it for a long time, and then my other friend Jess, I think, taught it for a while. So it was really easy to teach. It was definitely the gateway, especially for Uncon. It was the biggest game at the time that everybody was playing at the club. Couldn't think of anything better but to introduce as a tournament.
I think again it should be something worth thinking about a tournament, because this is, I can imagine it would run really well again, because it is still a loved game. It's still, I mean, I personally have never bought this game because Amy has always wanted this game, and I personally was like, it looks boring. It just looks awful. The box just looks bland. Look on the back and it's like, oh, that looks boring, and that's why I've never bought it. And then we played it on Tabletop Simulator, and now I'm like, I want to buy it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you can't judge it by its cover, I guess, because it does look dull as hell. But it's I really like Splendor.
Yeah.
I don't play it enough. It's one that doesn't come to the table as much anymore because there's lots of variations. I find games like Gizmos has kind of overtaken that kind of genre, as it were. But yeah, that's my number 3.
What's the rankings?
Oh yeah, it's a 7.5.
7.5.
It's ranked 153 and family rating is 23.
Wow, good game. So on to my number 2. My number 2 is Pandemic.
Okay,
yeah. This, I mean, we all know. I mean, if any of you have played board games, you've played Pandemic. It's another one that should be in every household. I think the only downside to Pandemic is if you get a table captain. I think that's the only downside to it. Yeah. So
but you get that with all co-ops.
Yeah. But you're just going around, just trying to cure diseases, and it's an evil game. It literally, things can go from being, we're going to do this really well, and then outbreak, and you've lost in one turn, and you've literally had 3 outbreaks in a row, and you're just like, wow, that ended so quick. It's just
bit true to life, though, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah. I mean, me and Amy have tried playing it a couple of times during the pandemic, and we've lost every time, and we're like, do you know what? No, I've got to give up.
Stop playing it because you're jinxing it.
Yeah, it's like, we give up. And yeah, I'm not even going to go into, like, then you've got Pandemic Season, Legacies and all that, but for me, basic Pandemic is brilliant. The Legacy games are advanced, because you can't really,
top notch, yeah.
I mean, Pandemic is just a brilliant game. It's just, it was close to my number 1, but you'll see. And I just, So,
what's the rating?
7.6. I don't know how it's so low. I would have thought it would have a higher ranking than that.
I think it's quite a simple game. A lot of simple games don't have a high rating.
Yeah. It's 8.7, or 87, sorry, on the rank, on the BGG list. Have you got that? And then family is 10. So it's a really good family game. So yeah. And then we're on to Darius's number 2. I can't even think what it is.
So it is Azul.
Oh yes,
Azul. Which I will say, firstly, family ranking 3.
Yeah,
there we go. So it's up there, 44, and it's a 7.9. It's such an easy, accessible game. It's a mosaic laying game. Again, a bit like Sagrada. There's no theme. It's just patterns. You're trying to get coloured tiles off of these windows, and you're trying to build up your own 5x5 grid. Sudoku-esque as well, because you can't have the same colour in the same row or column. So a bit of Qwirkle element too, maybe. But yeah, I think a lot of people have played this. Again, it's one that just gets picked up at the club all the time. It's a filler. So if someone, quite often or not, if someone goes, oh, I'm up for playing this, sorry, can you just give me 20 minutes? I'm just finishing this game. If they're in another group waiting, it's Azul. people grab Azul, and I have to take Azul every week to the club. I was very accessible, very easy to pick up. Scoring is done at the same time, and also I just got Robin. I got the expansion as well, which comes with some variable boards. I'm going to do a review on this on my YouTube soon of the variable boards that it comes with. I don't know if you've seen these, Joe.
Yes, because you were gonna lend me to them. We were gonna do a game online.
Oh yes, online. Yeah, we need. We need to do that actually when we do our next game swap or whenever we do that, because then you could review it as well. Then there we go, that way up.
I've actually got the Joker tiles for this.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I keep forgetting to get actually.
They were really hard to get hold of. I literally had to try and get them like 3 times because they only make a certain amount and they sell out. But the Joker tiles, they're good, but they penalise you because you don't get any points for using them. So,
okay.
Yeah, we put them in occasionally. We go mix it up, but yeah, it's definitely worth getting.
It's just the fact that the rules are so easy.
Yeah.
Take tiles of a colour, put it on your sheet. I think this
is mine and Amy's most played game. I don't know why it's not on my top 10 gateway games. I'm trying to actually have a look.
Oh, is it not? Oh, it's not your number 1 then.
No, I don't know why. I'm going to actually. Sorry, I'm on my phone because I'm trying to see if this is my most played game. Because I'm sure it is my most played game. Because I'm sad. I keep all my I log all my games.
I think actually. I mean, I haven't logged mine for a while. But I think actually, I think it's ours, especially since the lockdown because. I've managed to play it on phone call over Messenger. So
it is my second most played game. Beast of Balance is the most played game, but that's because it's like a 5-minute game, and when you play it, you have about 15 games of it in a go. But it's my second most played game, tied with Marvel Legendary. So yeah.
Oh, there you go. But that's all.
Brilliant.
Who wants a story about that one too? No, don't have to. There is a story, but I don't know if you want it. It's completely random, but it is about us all.
We had an 8-player game of this.
Yes, we did,
and I lost.
That works really well. Two copies of the game combined. Yeah, you can play an 8-player game.
I lost so bad. I lost. So but
it was good fun. Yeah. I've played the 8-player twice now. And I've won both times. I'm really happy about that. I can't play it anymore now because I don't want to lose that title. But
I had the lowest points. I literally kept on getting screwed, and I was just like, oh my god. Oh yeah, but it's fun. Definitely fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last was it last Uncon or Uncon 4? We got Azul because it was a big game. Everybody was playing it. We put it in the library, but I took the tiles out and I replaced it with Starburst. I then put a note in there. The winner of this game can have the Starburst. You know, they win a bunch of sweets. So this group played it. They played it with the Starburst. It looked really cool as well. And typically the winner was vegan. So the Starburst went back in the bag. The next group played. We wouldn't do that now, not with COVID going on.
Yeah.
But at the time it was okay. Wrap sweets.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good fun. So yeah. If you have Starburst and then Blackjacks, just replace the game with that.
I've not tried any of the other versions of Azul.
Stained glass stained glass window, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I had that and I sold it because it was fiddly. It had the same concept, but the scoring was fiddly, and you've got these little tile boards that you have to flip over, but they're really thin and you knock your whole board.
Yeah.
I just thought. We didn't play that. We play Azul. We don't play the same one. And I've played Summer Pavilion on Tabletop Simulator, and that's quite good. I really like that. But I think I'd prefer to play it in real life.
Yeah.
The only reason why I haven't picked it up at the moment is because its price point's about 40 quid.
Yeah.
And I don't like it 40 quid amount. I like it. If it was a £15-20 game, I'd buy it. It's not a 40 quid game. No way.
Yeah.
But Azul base game is fine. Just leave Azul as it is.
Yeah, definitely. So on to my number 1. You guys have already seen this, mentioned earlier on. This is Ticket to Ride.
Oh wow! Okay.
So like I said, for me, every household should own this. This should be for me, this is the ultimate gateway game. If you're going to get into gaming, for me, Ticket to Ride is the way to start. I've played this with most of my non-gaming family, and they all enjoy it. Played it with Amy's family. They game, but they're not as big gamers, and they all. It's just one of them game. I even did a video with this versus Alexa, because you can play with Alexa now. That is amazing. Yes. Works so well, and I love it adds music, and it's just the Alexa version is so cool. If you're going to play 2-player, if you've got an Alexa, chuck Alexa in. It works. Just a quick note: when I got my YouTube up and I followed you, that was the first thing that come up as recommended videos was your Ticket to Ride with Alexa. I got in there before everyone else. I actually messaged Days of Wonder, I messaged Amazon, and I said, look, can I use Alexa with Ticket to Ride? Because obviously there's music and I thought it might be copyrighted. I wanted to make sure I had the permission to do it. And they were like, yeah, go for it. And that video, I think, is probably still gets so many hits because it works so well. It just it's just a perfect. They've done a perfect integration, and I hope that they do that with other games. Like I think it would work with Pandemic. I think that'd be quite good. I think you could. I think it's the deck of cards. You have to work out a way to tell Alexa what cards you've got. But I think there's other games they could integrate Alexa with, and it would work really well. And I apologise if any of you guys are watching and have one, because now she's probably going trying to turn on because I keep saying her name. Yeah, but I call it a her. It keeps turning on. But it's such. For me, I've got some pictures. It's probably one of the. It's just so good. Whatever version you play, it's good. Yeah. I like the original just because I know it very well. I know you can see where people are going, and you're like, they're going for that route, but the complexity of Europe is slightly better for the more gamers. But for me, this one's the perfect learning intro game. Yeah.
Although they've got the mini versions, haven't they? New York and London. Yeah,
but
rubbish.
But they're boring. You get into it. You start getting into it, and it finishes.
They're releasing Amsterdam next, and even though it's going to be like London and New York, and it's boring, I still want to get it because I want it part of my collection. Yeah. Because not only. Look, there you go. So that's Ticket to Ride, and that's all Ticket to Ride under quadruplets. So I'm a little bit of a fan.
Amy won't let me buy the full collection of this, unfortunately. I keep saying I want to get it, and she's like, no. It's like I want them all. I think I want the Great Britain map.
It's quite good. My favourite's France, I must admit, because you build your routes as you go. You actually physically build the train track.
Wow, but
it's cool.
I definitely want to get some expansions, but again, I keep getting other ones instead. So this is 7.4 on BGG. Yep. It's 160 rank, and I've got 20. This one's 163. I've got 26 family.
Oh, mine was. Well, I just checked it again. It was 27, and it was 163 on overall.
Okay.
I got.
Okay, so it's gone up. So see, I wrote mine down.
No, it's gone down.
Gone down. I wrote mine down after last week's videos. So I did all mine literally after the stream. I sat and did all my list. Darius did his yesterday. Was it yesterday? Like before?
No, I'd done the list a couple of days ago. I just didn't send it to you because I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So then, now we're on to Darius's number one.
So I didn't want to say too much because it was your number two, and then at one point you went, "What have you got?" And I'm like, "Shut up."
As soon as I said that, I was like, "What a moron."
It's my number one. Hopefully people didn't catch on to that. But anyway, yes, Pandemic, which we've spoken about, is number one mostly because it's cooperative. Admittedly, it was the first game that I got into, apart from Manchester Madness, but Manchester Madness isn't really as accessible as this one. But it's the co-op element. One of the very first games to come out that was, hey, here's a board game where you're working together.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter. So if you teach, my experience with teaching this game is you've got your group of 4 people that want to play it. One person gets it, another one kind of gets it, and maybe you'll have one or two people that just don't get it. But it doesn't matter, because as long as somebody, the table captain, can kind of take control and explain the game as you go, because it's co-op, everything's open, you're benefiting each other. So if someone does a silly move, you can go, oh, actually, is that a good idea? Do you want to go that way? The theme's not very nice, but I don't think about the theme when I play it. I just see it as cubes in cities and get rid of the cubes as quick as we can.
Yeah.
Pandemic based game, absolutely fine. I really like the 10th anniversary edition as well, with the little painted me
I so want
minis.
that. So want that.
It looks, well, it is very beautiful. But yeah, I love season 1 of the Legacy. I really like Iberia as well. Pandemic Iberia is amazing, where the diseases actually have abilities as well. Kind of ties in with Legacy actually a little bit. I've noticed some elements of that in Legacy, but hey ho.
Not played any other. Apart from the Legacies.
Yeah, I've played Pandemic Cthulhu. I don't like that one. I'm really not a fan of that one. I don't own that. I don't know. It's just an excuse for a Cthulhu game. What other ones? Have I played any others? No, I haven't actually. I haven't played Fall of Rome or anything like that. I've noticed that there's the North America Hot Zone.
Yeah.
Pandemic just come out, which is like the Ticket to Ride London equivalent for Pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just so accessible, very easy to teach. Again, if you teach a group, as long as one person gets it, that's fine. But yeah, I think it's on a lot of people's lists of favourite games as well, actually. So.
Yeah. It was one of my first games, but my first game was Marvel Legendary. That was the first game that I bought. It's really like random one to start with, but we played it. We played it at Christmas for a couple of years, and then
weirdly enough, my very first game before Pandemic was actually, well, I say very first. Sorry, I had the standard, Munchkin and those popular, maybe some Monopolies, but no, my first proper modern game that I owned was Mansions of Madness.
Wow.
I had Mansions of Madness before Pandemic, but then it was Pandemic, and then we bought Camelot.
Okay.
Because that was a random one that was really cool, had a thing. But yeah, there you go. There's some more Gateway games for you.
Yeah.
Not that Mansions of Madness is Gateway at all, but
yeah, no way. I've never played that. That's one game I keep thinking I will play one day and just never get around to it.
It is very good, but you can't play it for the game. You need a story.
Yeah.
If you need to be in a mood for, if you don't take in the story, then the mechanics are a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of. The rest of it seems pointless if you don't take in the story. So yeah. But anyway, we're going off a random one.
I mean, you guys, if anyone's watching wants to comment and let us know what our top 10 can be next week.
Yes. What could we have?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
you sent me an idea the other day, didn't you?
I think so. I did have it written down somewhere, but I think my daughter's probably ripped the piece of paper off and... Oh, no, it's written on the whiteboard and Amy took the whiteboard and rubbed it all off. I think it was small box games or something like that, or...
yeah, it might have been.
I said kids games, top 10 kids games the other day.
That's it, yeah, you said kids games, yeah. And I had to think about that one because I'm thinking I got rid of quite a few. And actually, a lot of the kids games, not on my list, but a lot of your ones in this list would be on my kids list. Yeah. So Rhino Hero would instantly be on there.
Same.
Meeple Circus probably would have been as well. Beast of Balance would have been on it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know about kids games. Maybe at a later date. Maybe
we'll have to come up with another list. But yeah.
Do we the other way, because we've gone gateway games. Do we go the other end of the spectrum and go like heavy or thematic or
thematic? I don't know. Oh, thematic games could be good.
Thematic games would be
but yeah.
Not, and then actually that would be a really tricky one for me because I don't play a lot of games for the theme. I play games for the mechanics.
Yeah.
But then if they've got good mechanics, if it's got good theme but rubbish mechanics, I won't play it.
Yeah.
If it's got good mechanics and a rubbish theme, I will play it. But if it's got both, then yeah.
Well, with me, I pretty much love the theme. I love the theme of games. I will accept crap mechanics for a theme that I really enjoy. So like Mars games, I pretty much that's my sort of favourite sort of game, and I buy tons of them. I must admit, I did sell quite a few of them recently because they weren't getting played.
I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
Mars Catan.
Would I buy it? I probably would.
Yeah, well, you said you like the theme, but you're not bothered
about
mechanics.
But I probably would, because that's why I keep thinking about Star Trek Catan.
That's not a thing, by the way. Mars Catan is a thing.
Have you actually seen? Sorry, changing the subject completely. Talking about Catan. Have you seen that the people who make Pokemon Go are going to do a Catan version?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I can't think of anything worse.
At least it's not Monopoly, though. Exactly. I mean,
yeah,
we're getting there. Yeah. But yeah,
guys, please follow Darius all around the board. I'm trying to point the right direction. Darius all around the board. On, I mean, all of his stuff's running down the bottom now. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. He's got a Patreon, Facebook, all of that. Same as me. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Facebook. Join my Facebook group. I'm trying to get that really active at the moment. I'm trying to do posts regularly. I'm going to talk to Darius afterwards, but I've got ideas what I want to do. And again, please, both of us, Patreon. I mean, my minimum pledge is £1. I think Darius is the same.
Pound as well.
I mean, guys, it's
anything you can do.
It's equivalent of one of these.
Essentially.
You're not missing out. I mean, it will help us out massively. We will be able to make better content. We will, you will see. I mean, I've luckily I had a kind donation from a friend, and next video you should see me all wearing Meeple's People stuff, hat, t-shirts. So
that's the difference it makes, doesn't it? And I mean, shameless plug maybe, but I've just yesterday revealed that I've got a YouTube running now. It was something that I've been thinking about for a long time. But obviously, Jay, you've been a huge help in that. And even though maybe the name's different, but I think me and you will still work together and boost each other, because I think it's important in this industry to support each other. I think we want to be like, I want to do a Facebook group. I don't know. I'm obviously going to talk about it, but both of us together, so people will realise that we have got separate stuff, but we've got separate styles. Mine's more about the gameplay, and I enjoy the watching people gameplay, so that's what I do. Where Darius does his reviews and his really cool pictures and stuff. Where for me, my brain's not that. I enjoy playing the game, so that's what I show. And it's different. It's different content. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I know we've had a lot of conversations, and for anybody that's probably going, well, if they're going to do stuff together, but they're doing it separate, it's just time that we don't have, really, isn't it? So, if everybody wants to donate £100 to each Patreon, we can quit our full-time jobs and we can combine and work together. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a chef. Darius is a teacher. So I work the hours where Darius is home and vice versa. So I have weekends off. And you have weekdays off, and it clashes. Occasionally we have a day, but set up and everything takes so long. And sometimes it's nice to just get a game in without actually recording. So when we do have that chance to meet, we just want a game. It's a tricky one. But as I said, if enough people donate to our patrons, we can just quit our jobs and make YouTubes every day. That's the plan. And make them Monday to Friday if we have to. And a big bit of news for me, I might be appearing on Gen Con TV. Woo! Nice. It'd be in a tournament, but I have been offered to join a tournament on Gen Con, so online. So I'm quite happy about that. So wow. Nice. Yeah, but guys, please subscribe to us. I mean, literally, it's one click. That's all it is. If you're watching this, jump on YouTube and subscribe. It's one click. Yep. It helps us out. It helps us out. It shows that we're doing good jobs. We do this for love. Darius has obviously been doing the board game cons, runs a club. He's, and got his name out there, and he loves it. He does it for love.
same as me. So yeah, please help us out. We do this to try and, you know, to help you guys out. We want to show you stuff that we love and stuff that we enjoy, and we want to spread the love.
Absolutely. The love of games.
Yeah.
Everybody should play games, especially now. More so than ever.
Yeah.
People should be gaming now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
get the family to the table. Stop with this whole tablet stuff. Get on the table.
It's a friendly community. The whole board game community is so friendly. I mean, I've recently been trying to get advice with stuff, and I've been messaging big reviewers that literally, I'm like that compared with them, and they've been messaging me back, chatting me, trying to give me advice, and everyone's just so friendly, and it's just so nice. Everyone's friendly. I've got
there's not many industries, are there, out there that this would normally be competition.
Yeah.
Even with publishers, there's no competition.
Yeah.
It's just everybody promotes everybody. Designers help designers. Publishers help publishers. Reviewers help reviewers. Yeah. It's just a wonderful. Such a friendly community. Yeah, you're right.
I've actually been in a conversation on one of the groups I'm in, a media group, that we're actually going to be doing. I don't know if you've seen it. That they're looking for bringing guests, like people, onto each other's channels.
That's right. Yeah, I just saw that actually before coming on. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to be getting involved in that, so I'll be appearing on other people's channels and hopefully be able to draw some people in. I'm actually trying to get designers, so if there's any designers that watch this or hear about this, I'm looking for interviews, anything like that. Happily play games over Tabletop Simulator, because that game with Scott the other day was really good. I really enjoyed that, and I think he really enjoyed it, because literally we tied. It was literally Scott won, complete all of his stuff, and it got right to the final end, and literally I just did it in time, and he was like, okay, so the tiebreaker is how many cards you got left over, and we both had 3, and he was like, oh, we've tied, and it was like, yay, and it was just such a good game. Okay, the first attempt was awful, I don't know what happened. But
I saw that it quit off, but that's
the joys of technology. But it's just, hopefully me and Darius can do some live streams of Tabletop Simulator soon, because I want to try and get some of that. I want to try and work out a way how I can share my stuff onto his content as well. This is another thing that I'm going to talk about, because I want to try and I really want us to be sort of integrated. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. I will chuck up while we do our final little nattering, I will chuck up our little top 10 lists. But yeah, guys, please subscribe to both of us. Show us the love. Please. Yeah, and, be good. That's my top 10. And Darius's. We will see you in the next video. Quickly, if you guys want to give us an idea of top 10, comment below. Yes. One of the things. Do that. Nice one. We'll do a top 10 based on what you guys want. Yes. That'd be great. Cool. Nice one. Cheers guys for watching. See you later. Bye.